What's up, everybody? Um, Today I'm gonna be doing another anime review. We call it anime review on the title, so that way we don't get taken down. Really, it's just hentai review, cause why not? Today we're gonna be reviewing Itadaki Sedeki, which literally translates to Japanese as "I will have your semen." So you can tell that this one's gonna be fun. It consists of one episode and a bonus episode. The first episode's runtime is 22 minutes and 56 seconds. The tags on Hentai Haven are anal, big boobs, blowjob, bondage, boob job, comedy, cream pie, demon, double penetration, facial, gangbang, public sex, rape, schoolgirl, and X-ray. I guess, man. Basically the premise is, give me a second. Let me just look through my notes real quick. There's this guy called Kenzaki-kun, or just Kenzaki, whatever. I'm just gonna call him Bob because I'm too lazy to say Kenzaki-kun every 5 seconds. So basically, Bob, he kind of likes this girl that they never really say her name, like ever, the entire episode, which was weird to me. But we're just gonna call her Anne Frank. Let's call her Anne Frank. So Bob likes Anne Frank, and he sends Anne Frank a love letter. And to meet her inside of it's like a gym shed or something. And when they get there, he's like, "Oh, blah blah blah." He's like, "I didn't think you would actually come." And then she whoops his ass. Like, this motherfucker right here pulled a fucking soft. I don't even know, man. Like, she just shinned that motherfucker in the face. And he was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Um, then she was like, "Oh, well, I'm just hungry." Because later on in the episode, we find out that she is actually half vampire and half succubus. Then he's like, "Oh, you're just fucking weird." And then she bites his neck and tries to drink his blood, but then spits it out because she doesn't like blood, even though she's a vampire, which is fucking retarded. And then she's like, "Oh, you don't believe me?" So she shows him her wings, and then I just wrote down squeeze. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm just what? Oh yeah. She okay, so after the blood thing, she's like she gets like food, like sustenance out of other people's secretion. So she's like, "I've been surviving off of like sweat and spit and stuff." And he was like, "Well, I'm not sweating and I'm not gonna spit in your mouth. So maybe you can just eat my cum." Anyway, so she's like, "Okay," and then she grabs his dick and then squeezes the fuck out of it. He's like, "That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. You need to calm down." So after that, she tries to blow him and she sucks at it apparently. But then he's like thinking about how she should do it, and then somehow she connects to his mind. Like, this is some Matrix shit. You need to, like, for real. She connects to his mind and then starts doing what he's thinking about. And then he thinks about boob, and then her boobs get way bigger. Oh. And then, yada yada yada. She gives him a boob job, and they're doing, like, the whole moaning, and it's a hentai, They're doing all that, and then after that, he comes or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, this is so good, blah, blah, blah." She sucks it in through her skin, and she's like, "From now on, you're my source of food." The next day, she walks into class and gets him, and then they go into the music room so they can screw, and she can get the man milk out of him. And then they get interrupted by two guys. One of them's blonde, one of them has black hair. Because they knew, like, what was happening. They were like, "Oh, so this is where you've been doing it." But she was in the middle of, like she had his dick in her hand when they walked in. They're like, can you stop? And she was like, blah blah blah. Your cum will never compare to Bob's cum. God damn you, Anne Frank. Never compared to Bob's cum. And then you were like, oh yeah, bet. So they tied Bob up, and then they like double raped her. Like they legit like snatched her up and then started like why am I being so awkward? They basically just shoved their dick down their throat and hand job on the side, and then it was all that, and then she kind of like took charge. She was like, oh, you're a masochist and you're blah blah blah, and then started squeezing the guy's dick really hard, and he was like, what the fuck? After that, they came. She was like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought, but it's not as good as Bob's. And then, after that, she starts writing Bob, and then the two guys come up. Blonde guys in the anal, and then the guy is in the front. And then there was like, and then she bit the blonde guy's dick, and then there was like a double blowjob, and then I said, dope, yeah. It goes from double, and then the guy's like, don't forget that I'm here. And then I just wrote down triple threat. And then at the end of the episode, it's like, she's like, I really like you, I love you, blah blah blah. I'm gonna eat your cum every day. So, and then the bonus episode, it's nothing really special. There's like no story arc. It's just they meet up in the music room, I guess. And he's like, I don't know if I want to do this. And then she like makes herself have a big ass and big boobs, and then gives herself cat ears and a cat tail. And then she is like, fuck me or I'll kill you. And then he was like, okay. And that's basically like the whole thing. They have a very stabilized relationship throughout the whole thing, which I would have figured that like Anne Frank would have been like in control. In the beginning she seems kind of harsh towards Bob, but then they start to stabilize the relationship throughout the episode, and it seems like they have very equal power over each other. Like it's not a one-sided thing. But yeah, that was that. Last episode of Anime Review got almost 2K views, which is like, what the fuck? Cause holy shit, I don't even know what to say. You guys are fucking awesome. But yeah, if you guys want to see another episode, just fucking let me know. I'll do it, no problem. Suggestions down in the comments. But yeah, this has been Killager34 with Anime Review episode 2.